Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream here on Tabletop for UK Games Expo 2018. I am joined by Pete and Fred from Burley Games. Have I got it right?
You have.
Okay, I have a lot of names to remember today. So guys, welcome to the live stream. You're very happy to have you here. I would like to actually talk to you guys about what games you have at UK Games Expo this year, because you're a father and son duo at the show, yeah?
We are, yes.
Right, so what games do you guys have? Is it just the one game? Is this a new venture for you guys?
Not an adventure. We have 8 games that we've already published. This will be hopefully the 9th if we can get round to doing the Kickstarter on it, which we're planning to do immediately after the fair. We have 8 games already out there. Games people may have heard of are Take It Easy, Camisado,
and I assume you have them all here at the show?
They're all here at the show. Oh,
right.
Yes.
Where are you guys located in the halls?
Right, well, it's easy to remember because we're in Hall 1, and if you just remember a standard sheet of paper, we're
A4?
on A4. So that's an easy one for sticking in people's minds.
Okay, well, what is the new game that you guys have brought along with you to show off today?
The game here is Rolling Bears. It's a dice game. It was his idea to call it Rolling Bears. I was going to call it Black Bear, and he said that's boring. So we ended up calling it Rolling Bears because we roll the dice and hopefully we get bears because they're the best thing. Okay. So let's actually get stuck into a little bit of gameplay. So I'd like to see how the mechanics work in the actual game, and actually get a talk through some of the key points of how it works and what's going to make it fun for people to actually sit down and play at home. Fred, I know you're looking at me going, "Don't make me talk."
I don't really want to.
I was talking to him before we started. He was just like, "No, I don't want to talk. I'll get you some." Okay, so the game itself, we've got a 2-player game layout set up here. So what do we have here on the tabletop?
Right, here we have the scoreboards, which we use to, when we've captured dice from the middle of the table, we put them on our scoreboard, and that shows us how many points we've scored. They were a later addition. When we initially started playing the game, we just had the dice. The game was purely 30 dice.
Okay.
We just threw them, captured them from the centre of the table, put them in front of us, and at the end of the round then we would laboriously say, well, that dice is worth 3, that's worth 5, whatever. This makes it simple because you just put the dice on the board.
Yeah, and it's all color coordinated,
It's all zeros to start with.
Yes.
And when you put the dice on there, then the score moves down the board when you cover up the numbers.
I see.
So that's made it far less painful to do the scoring. In fact, it's dead simple to do the scoring.
And then all of our dice are color-coded to this with different points. So green's 1, white's 2, blue's 3, grey is 4, black is 5.
That's correct. Yeah, I should point out at this stage that these turquoise dice with flamingos on have been replaced by dice this colour.
Let me see.
Which is a nice sky blue.
I see.
And
these are lovely.
There'll be ravens.
I see. If you pass it here.
Imagine the light blue dice with a raven on, black instead of the lighthouses, which wouldn't really fit in very well with the animal theme.
Yes. This is excellent.
So, several reasons for that. Yes. Sorry, Justin.
Oh, no, you're okay. You're okay. I interrupted. I apologize.
That's okay. So who's gonna speak? Okay. We decided against these for a number of reasons. First reason is that type of plastic is very expensive. Flamingos don't really fit in with fish, hedgehogs, wolves, and bears. But we put ravens in as well. It's kind of almost puts a Game of Thrones slant on it.
A little bit of a feel to it, yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, how about we actually start playing the game? Let's have yourself and Fred play the game, okay? So how do we begin a round?
How we begin is, as there's only 2 of us, we take turns to throw in the different colours of dice. So the green go in first. There's only 2 of us. I take the green. Freddie takes the white. I take we'll call it just blue.
Yeah, sure.
Freddie takes the grey, and I will take the black ones, which are the bears. So what happens is we throw them in, and before we start, I have to explain that the way we capture them and take them out from the centre is in this. But there's 4 ways of playing this, but this shows that you can take dice out if they're the same colour and the same number.
Yes.
these are all ways of taking out what we call a matching set.
Yes.
So, and the scores are purely on what the dice are worth. So we know we've already spoken that the black ones are worth 5.
Yes.
So 4 4s in black. Doesn't matter what the number on it is, that the colour is all that matters.
Yeah, it gives you 20 points.
Yeah. That's 20, whereas two white ones, no matter what the number is on them, will score 2 points each, is 4 points. So that's one way of capturing the dice, taking them out, and you put them on your board. And this is the other way, which is where you take a run of sending numbers.
Yep.
And in this case, where you're doing a run, they all have to be different colours.
I see.
Yeah. So there's the same colour for matching ones, and for a running set, they will have to be different colours.
I see.
Yeah.
So I can go 2, 3, 4, 5 on any set of colours?
Yeah, as long as every dice is a different colour. Yeah?
Yeah, so it has to be a different colour, but it has to go in that ascending order as well?
Yeah, ascending order, but it doesn't matter which colour is. So the 2 could be white and the 3 could be grey.
Yes.
Doesn't matter, as long as they're an ascending set, a running set.
Awesome.
And they're all different colours.
Excellent. All right, well, would you guys like to take your turns and get started?
We will. So I'll clear a bit of a space.
Yep, so I'll pass this across to yourself, Fred, to mark your scores.
Thank you very much.
Okay, do we not want the scores to be...
Well, we will keep this one here.
All right.
We will keep track of your blue scores.
Okay, so Fred's score is going to be secret, but everyone will know what I'm scoring at. Oh!
Well, we can trade them in and out as we like.
Right. Something important I forgot to tell you was that you can also take out animal sets. So if you've got similar to a number of dice being the same colour and the same number, if they're the same colour and the same animal, which there will be because it's, the animals match the sets, you can take a bunch of animals out, they're all the same, and you put them into your animal pen, which is down here.
Okay.
At that point, they're not scoring you any points.
Yes.
But at the end of the round, the person with the best animal set, and the best animal set is the one with the most animals in, they can take their animals out of here and put it in the best animal set row, and those dice will then count 8 points. But if you put animals in here and they're not the best animal set, then they score you no points. So it's a gamble. So you don't know what you're going to score. And if 2 people have the same number of dice, then there is a hierarchy here. So bears beat everything, and
bear, wolf, raven, hedgehog,
down
fish.
to fish.
Gotcha. All right, well, would you like to start rolling?
Yep. So I'm going to roll the fishy green dice out first, and I could take 2 green ones, 2 points, and they would go on there like that, and that would show me from having 0 across the scores here. I now score 2 points for green.
Yes.
But I'm going to be a bit daring, and I'm going to put my fish into my animal pen and challenge Fred to beat that with another animal set. Now these dice stay in the centre. Should we arrange them in number order to make it easier to see?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, so don't knock them over, Fred, when you roll the hedgehog.
I'll try.
Okay.
Just aim right here.
Alright, so I'm rolling the hedgehogs now. I got 3 2s here, so I'm just going to take the 3 2s. Place them on my board.
He could at that point
6 points.
Sorry, Fred. At this point, he could have taken a mini run like that, but it's not worth as much as that, because that's worth 6. That's only worth 3, a 1 and a 2.
So I see. As the round progresses, you have the better chance of getting those different runs and actually drawing in from the different colour sets.
That's it.
Awesome.
So we'll put that there. We'll keep the animals separate, and I'll roll these. Imagine these are ravens. Okay.
Yes.
Imagine it's lovely sky blue dice.
I'm
the ravens aren't. There are no flamingos here at all. Oh, right. So
we put these all in.
Yeah.
And then we can look to see what you're going to make.
So the obvious thing that looks good to me here
6 4s
is the 3s. They're worth 3 each, so I can have 9 points for that. I can't beat that with the most you can get of the run at this stage is 6 points, because it's worth 1, 2, and 3 points each.
I see.
Yeah. I can get 3 of those. I'll take them, I put them on here, and it immediately tells me I've got 9 points.
Got it.
Plot these in here. You can see the runs of different colours are building up.
Yes.
Right. Now, Freddie's now about to roll the wolves. Now, it's an unwritten rule
Yeah.
But you have to howl like a wolf when you're rolling the wolf dice. I won't make him do it though, because I know he's shy. Do you want
to? Unwritten, so I shan't be.
He's not going to be howling like a wolf.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yes, that's how it's done.
He's done it for me, so it's sweet. I'm rolling the wolves now. Alright.
Bring them down into here for me.
Roll them out.
Ooh,
I've got
interesting.
2 4s, 2 2s. That gets me 8 points. I can make a better run with these, so I can get up to 10 points. So I'm going to look here. I got 2, 3, 4 of that. So
you could swap out the 2 here.
The maximum run size you can take is 4, by the way.
Ah, I see.
You can't take 5 or 5 colours.
Got to take a 5 of wolves, a 4 of hedgehogs, 3 of fish, and a 2 of flamingos, or ravens if you will.
Yes.
And that scores me 10 points.
Excellent.
Right, so now I'm rolling in the black dice, which have the bears on. You can just sort these out, Fred.
Yep.
Right, now I don't. I've got a problem now because I don't really want to take the bears because I've already got fish.
Yes.
And that's a waste of dice to have too many animals.
Yep.
On the other hand, if I leave the bears in here,
Fred could take them.
Fred will probably goes into a new phase now. All the dice are in the centre where you can choose up to 6 dice to re-roll, and he'll probably try to get some more bears, and his bears will beat my fish.
Yes. So there is a toss-up.
Indeed, there is. I will probably leave the bears though. Sometimes you can chase your own tail at this game. That looks good. 15 for the 3 black dice.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'll just do that. Right, Freddie. Freddie can, as I say, he can now look at what's there.
Yep.
See what runs are already available, and he's already put those bears to one side. And another good thing about taking those 3 out, I've only left him 1 dice.
That could become a bear.
Could become another bear. Yeah?
And the odds of it are not so good.
No, let's hope so.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose these 6 dice to roll. So I'm going to roll this bear to try and get an additional bear. I'm also going to roll all of the wolves just in case I can get some extra wolves.
Oh, you can howl then, can't you? Do a howl then if you're rolling all the wolves.
Oh,
I've failed to get any animals, so I will just take the 2 bears.
Now his 2 bears beat my 2 fish.
Yes.
So clearly, the first thing for me to do,
you roll all the greens,
is to grab all the greens, and
roll that one
then
over.
We will see what else is left. What have we got? So I can look and see here what the best 3. There's no 4, is there? When there's no 4, you're really stitched up because it means you can't make a decent length of run. So 3. This is useless. This hedgehog is completely useless. So I might just roll. I'll just roll these 4 dice.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to get lots of fish.
I see.
I've got 1 fish.
Okay, so now you have 3 fish to his 2 bears.
Yes.
So you're in the lead again?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if it's a good move to take this. Often you can just waste all your power trying to get the animals, but I'll take that anyway. And he's obviously next turn he's going to try to get another bear, which will then again be ahead of my fish.
I see. This is a very cerebral little game, deciding what you're going to take.
There's
and
more
what
to
you're
it
gonna do
than you first think.
Yeah, well, see, whenever we used to play Warhammer 40k a lot, we used to know the probability of each dice roll. Having that kind of information in your head makes me look at this game and go, okay, the best dice to take right now for you, Freddie, is actually grabbing the black goes in, because then you can get up even, and I wouldn't roll the greens, because that gives your dad another roll. You're essentially giving him a free roll.
He might roll a fish for me.
Exactly.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing here is I'm just going to roll this black dice again, attempt to get another bear, and then I'm also going to try and create a run of some kind. So
I see.
I have no 4s, so I'm just going to take blacks there. Take these 5 here and the bear. I'll roll all of these.
I see.
I failed to get a
he hasn't
bear.
got the bear.
But I've got a couple 4s here.
Yep.
So I can...
Taking one of my green dice out. Whittling down the possibilities.
Clever. But he would be taking the black dice out.
Take his own black dice out. Yeah.
Well, not if he uses the green 3. The black stays in.
I'm going to do that, not use the black, and I'll take a run with these dice here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Clever.
Okay. Right. Right, clearly I'm going to really want to, if I can get another fish, that'd be another 8 points.
Yeah.
And it'll make sure that his bears don't beat my fish.
Yeah.
In the background, I can set up a nice little run, which is a way of taking the black dice out if I fail with that.
Yeah. So this is the point where you possibly would take a 2 dice run just to deny it to him?
I would, yes, absolutely. So I'm re-rolling that. Re-rolling that, and I'm re-rolling that.
Yep.
What the hell? I may as well re-roll these 6. Other possibilities may pop up.
Yeah.
But the white one and the blue one may well add to this run to make it more valuable, as well as getting rid of the black dice.
What do we have here?
And what we have here, we have a bit of a failure, really. Oh, yes, indeed. There's no 5. A 5 would have been nice. So I think it's best for me just to eliminate black dice, and that increases my score here. That's another 5 points here.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
And it's another 4 points. So it's not a bad little score.
Yeah.
And it prevents Freddy from making a mess on my fish.
So I got
right, so what are you going to do?
A couple of wolves with 3s.
Yeah.
It's quite tasty, so I'll leave that up. May as well roll the rest of these, see what I get.
Okay.
And I've managed to roll a 3 of the wolves, which is the best run I can do here, which gives me 12 points.
Yep,
so I'll take those 3. I'll slot them onto my board.
Right, okay. So I have a 2 and a 3 together. And
here. There we go.
Yep. Okay.
And
so
are you going to re-roll
those?
the blue?
I'll re-roll that, and hopefully I'll get a 4 with it and put them all into one
Make
run.
a final run. Yeah.
2. Okay, so the 2 is actually better than that 2. Those 2, and that's for you.
Yep.
Take that as a 4. So we can see. Oh, and that's a green one. So my score is therefore 1 plus 12 is 13. Plus 4 is 17, plus 20 is 37, but I move my fish into best animal thing. So that's, what was it, 37?
37 plus 24 is 61.
61 points.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
All right. Fred,
right, Freddie, how much
bring
you
yours in.
scored, mate?
See what
My
the scores
board,
on the
the
doors
other
are.
hand, a bit lower. So I have 2 for the fish, and then I have 12 for the hedgehogs, that's 14 points, plus 6 for the flamingos is 20, and then an additional 20 for all my wolves brings it to 40 points.
The old wolf wins.
Yeah. So what you would do, Justin, is you'd play several rounds. You take turns to be the first. This is for up to 5 players.
Yes.
So you would take turns. So normally, how many players there are, you'd play a number of rounds, which is divisible by the number of players. So you take turns to start and throw the green dice. So you all have because obviously there's different chances of winning depending on whether you're the first person to throw the green dice.
So if we were playing the max level, 5 people, we would play either 5 or 10 rounds?
Yes.
Okay,
exactly,
awesome.
Exactly. Also get an even number of chances to howl like a wolf.
Yeah.
Which is a key
I thought my
feature.
howl wasn't too bad.
Your howl was good. It didn't get many wolves though. You have to howl yourself. Having someone howling
no
for
howling
you
by proxy?
doesn't really help. Yeah. So, right. So that's it, Justin.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got a couple of other things to show you about
Ooh,
it. All
okay.
right? So if we sweep my magnificent score off the board.
Yes, it is. Well, that's your son's score. So
Not
bring
so
it on in.
magnificent.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It wasn't magnificent. We'll sweep my magnificent score off the board.
Okay.
Like that. Now, this has been under development for quite a while.
Yes.
I first thought of the idea I bought some dice at Essenspiel on the Sunday, thinking, oh, they look nice.
Yes.
They were exactly, I'm not sure if it was those or an exactly similar set.
Yes.
I just bought them. I thought, a really nice animal logo dice.
Yes.
And then I was thinking, how can I make this into a game? We always go to Wuppertal on the Monday. It's a town near Essen.
Oh, okay.
And it has a hanging railway called the Schwebebahn.
Okay.
And it has a very nice zoo. So I was actually sat in the bath.
Yes. You had your eureka moment?
Yes, exactly. And I sat there and I was thinking about it, and I sat there thinking, well, do that. And I sat there till the water went cold, and I thought, that might work. So we went to Wuppertal, and we usually go on the Schwebebahn, and we usually go to the zoo. Schwebebahn was shut because they were closed for maintenance. It was during the storms about 5 years ago. So we got to the zoo, and the trees were going like this.
Yes.
And they said, we're closing the zoo. So people were all marching out of the zoo.
Right.
So we couldn't go there either. So I said, well, there's a Chinese restaurant opposite. So why don't we go in there? And it's a new game I thought of.
Okay.
So we had our Chinese meal, and I got these dice out, and we played.
Yeah. And
it worked. Although obviously we didn't have the boards then, we just had the dice. So that's why this is called the Wuppertal rules.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why I told you that whole long story. Just to explain, this is the Wuppertal board. So we started with the Wuppertal board. We didn't even have the boards then, we just had the dice.
Yeah.
So the Wuppertal rules. And then a friend of mine called Pedro Pereira thought of a different way of playing.
Oh, so, okay. So what is this?
On the flip side, we have exactly the same thing. Turn the other boards up as well, Fred.
And what are we seeing different here?
We're seeing here, Pedro suggested, what if you didn't tie the dice to a score? So you just had a plain thing here which said 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 point.
Yep.
And then when you start collecting your dice, you dynamically assign the different colours to the different columns. So you could decide, I want my green dice to be worth 5 points instead of 1 point, or 4 or 3.
Yeah.
And you look at what other people are doing. Of course, everyone can set their dice colours up to be different.
Yeah.
So it's good tactics.
That completely changes your tactics, because you really have to keep an eye out.
You do.
Because if you have 5 players and everybody chooses a different animal to be their 5 point, that could definitely fire up for joint best points being forced to happen because you have 2 animals worth the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be mean. That could be so mean.
No, sorry, Justin. It doesn't affect the. This hierarchy stays the same.
Okay. My apologies.
And the only reason that you'd have joint best animal set is if 2 people had 2 hedgehogs each. That'd be exactly the same set. If someone has 2 hedgehogs and someone has 2 fish, the hedgehogs win. But if 2 people have 2 hedgehogs each, then that's the joint best animal set. So this hierarchy stays the same, but the value of the number dice changes.
I understand.
And so if you see someone else is collecting blue as their 5 pointer, then you don't want to have blue as your 5 pointer as well. You want to avoid the colours that other people are choosing.
Yeah, although I think it could possibly make a fun game mode that the hierarchy does change depending on which pointage your dice gets, just to actually see how that would play out.
Yeah.
But you never know, you could home rule it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, we'll think about that one. Thank you, Justin. We'll have to create a Justin board as well, won't we?
Oh no, don't create a Justin board. Nobody wants a Justin board. Nobody wants a Justin board.
And then more recently, we where's the thing with the scores? So we decided that there's no reason why you should just not turn the logic completely the other way around.
Okay.
So we have now, I'll explain Hollandica, why it's called Hollandica in a minute. It doesn't involve baths or anything.
Okay. So what do we have?
But now we have that you have running sets have to be the same colour. And the matching sets have to be different colours. Now you've turned the whole thing on its head.
Yes.
And we've added to this the thing that we wanted to encourage. We found we played it at first, and we found people were doing too much of this with the matching things with the different colours but the same number.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, maybe that isn't a good thing because nobody was really making too many of these. Yeah.
Yes.
So we messed with the scoreboard. And we added some bonuses. So it was a bonus to getting 4 or more of any particular colour. So if you get 4 of a particular colour, then you add 10-point bonus into the score. And you had a 20-point bonus for 5 and a 30-point bonus for 6. So people are really driven to try to get
go really deep on the colour set.
Yeah. So that's another totally different, well, not totally different game, but very, very. You're doing it a different way.
Yeah, see, I love the fact that it's so simple to change your game modes with these boards. It gives you a lot of replayability within your game. And then on the other side,
you guessed it, we have a Pereira board on the back. Has the bonuses added in again.
I see. Yeah. Very, very interesting. You see, this is one that I would bring if I was going to be on like a long journey or something, because it's very self-contained. If I get like a little train table or a little table at the boat, I can roll my dice into like a little dice tray or something, and you can just play this all the way across wherever you're going. Yeah. Very clever. Any other game modes?
Isn't 4 enough? God, this man wants everything, doesn't he?
I'm sorry, I'm greedy.
We've got the Justin mode, haven't we? We've got Justin mode where you mess around with the animal hierarchy.
Well, that could be a fun way to play. Now, I will say, this game, it's not out yet.
Not yet. We're doing the Kickstarter this year.
This year, do we have a rough quarter for it? Q1, Q2, Q3?
Well, we've missed Q1 and Q2, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, it's been a long weekend, folks.
Justin, it'll probably be Q3 or Q4.
Q4 this year. Q3, Q4. Yeah. All right, well, guys, is there anything else you would like to speak about? Oh, what have we got?
We've called this the Hollandica board.
I guess the story behind it.
Because that was first played in Wuppertal, the one we showed you.
Yeah.
This was first played on a ferry. And
were you going to Holland?
Yes. We were coming back from Holland. And I know that other ferry companies are available, but we are on the Stena Hollandica. I won't get you into trouble for mentioning that.
Oh no, it's fine. We used Stena to get to UK Games Expo.
Sorry?
We used Stena to get to UK Games Expo.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's two plugs we've given them then, between us. Yeah. So my other son and I, Jonathan, we played the Hollandica rules for the first time on the ferry on the way home. So we've got Burley, Pereira, we've got Hollandica and Wuppertal.
Wonderful.
So there we go.
All right, well, a final reminder for everybody at home. You're here all weekend. Where can they find you in the halls if they want to come and give this a go?
Right, remember the standard piece of paper?
A4?
All one, A4.
Fantastic. Well,
there we go.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us on the live stream. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been good.
I hope you have a fantastic show.
You too.
Everybody, do not forget we have the live blog running in tandem with the live stream all weekend here at the UK Games Expo 2018. We will move on here and we will see you again very soon on Tabletop.